Hey guys, so we actually just left Bali and we're heading off to a place that we're a lot more excited to go to. And some of you guys may have an idea, and if you don't, stay tuned. I'm going to be resuming this video as soon as we arrive. And you can see here, if you've ever been to Bali, there's Mount Agung. This is like an active volcano here. So I'll see you and talk to you guys when we get home. Alright, we're home. We are going to get a taxi or something to go home, and then as soon as we get home I will start telling you where we went, why we left Bali in the first place, and if we're coming back. So stay tuned. We're gonna go through immigration and do all of the stuff now, and then once we get home we'll talk.
9 p.m.
Yes.
9 p.m. Yeah, the bridge.
Dragon,
Yeah.
So, fine weather.
Oh, today's Saturday. That's true. Yeah.
Today, tomorrow,
And tomorrow. Yeah.
Han River. My friend.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's
right
go.
here.
Let the
Yes.
party
Yes.
start. Man, this guy's scaring the crap out of us because he's
Hi, boo-boo.
actually in the apartment waiting for us, because we've been, I'll tell you the whole story later, but we've been paying for this apartment for 2 months. We just haven't moved, and he's been staying there for a few days waiting for us, and he's not picking up the phone. So we don't have, we're like, hey, he's not picking up, so we're like, okay, when we get home, how are we gonna get in?
Yeah, because I will pick up, that will be not that much interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, in Ukraine we have a saying like when you move to a new apartment, first you need to let go inside apartment cat.
Cat?
So I will apply cat, yeah.
Okay.
For a good luck.
Alright, so I came to this spot to see if maybe you already got an idea where we might be. So it is rainy season, so I'm not going to the beach because it's not the best time, it's not the nicest. Just like any other country, when it's raining a lot, the beach is not the nicest. Well, it's not the nicest here, but my journey started, the very first video on this channel that I shot in this location 5 years ago was sitting right next to one of those coconut trees. So do you know where we are yet? We have decided to move back to Da Nang, Vietnam. And you have no idea how excited we are to move back here. We were in Bali. A lot of people love Bali. We love Bali. But, okay, how about let me go somewhere more comfortable. I'm gonna sit down and explain to you exactly why we ended up here. Actually, I just rented this bike for, I think, just about $75. Alright, I used to have something like this, similar to this before when we were here 5 years ago. But anyways, let's go to another spot where there's some grass that I could sit on. I don't feel like sitting on the sand here, so I can talk to you about why we actually left, and yeah, tell you a bit more about how we ended up here. And keep in mind, this is rainy season again, so it's not very nice. It could start raining any time now, and we have no idea, but right now we're lucky. It's actually really nice, so there's not that much rain, so people are out and walking and jogging and exercising. It's a very active lifestyle. Hey, so alright, so I have arrived at a park here. Not so much a park, but it's a little green area where people tend to do a lot of workouts. You know, you can work out by the beach. There's volleyball, there's yoga. Basically here in Vietnam they're very active, and every morning like 5:30 in the morning. That's, everybody's out here doing their workouts and mobility exercises. You'll see it's very famous here. There's like groups of 80, 70, 60-year-olds doing their yoga in the morning here, and it looks funny sometimes. But yeah, right now I probably have a few friends of mine from back then. Nobody knows that we actually were coming here, so I'm going to start surprising quite a few people in the next few days. But for what you actually came here for, why did we actually leave Bali? Let me find somewhere to settle down here, and then I'll tell you exactly why we left. Alright, so the reason why, we've been, if you didn't know, we came here in 2019, Christina and I, and we lived here for 2.5 years until the pandemic came along. And basically after the pandemic was kind of slowed down and flights were taking off from Vietnam actually gave all the foreigners exit visas. So within 1 month we found out actually we probably have to go after this visa. So we had 30 days to get up and leave, so we actually packed up everything and had to leave. And during the 2.5 years that we were here, we absolutely loved it. You wake up in the morning excited for no reason. We just loved it. We felt good from day one. And if you didn't know, now you might see a lot of people posting, Da Nang is the Miami of Asia and stuff like that. I was one of probably the first ones to say this, because I actually lived in Miami for 14 years, and we came to Vietnam from Miami. And the reason why we picked Da Nang, not Vietnam, Da Nang specifically, was because it reminded us of Miami. And we didn't want to go somewhere that we would be homesick and feel like going back home after like a few months. We actually made the decision to move from Miami to go somewhere new, and we were gonna go live there. And we'd had no idea if we were gonna like it. So Da Nang is the first place. When we saw it, we said, wow, like the views. You can see the mountain in the back. I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's the Lady Buddha. So if you just take this road, this beach road, like 10 minutes, you'll end up on the mountain there, and that's where the Lady Buddha is. And this road, by the way, this is just one of the many things that we love about Bali, or not Bali, Vietnam, or Da Nang specifically. We actually live 5 minutes, inwards. So we're actually very close to the beach now, which is one of the things that we actually really loved about living here. But let me go back to the main reason why we left. So first of all, we loved it. We absolutely loved it here. We had to leave. We didn't choose to leave here. We had to leave. And ever since we moved to Bali, we liked Bali, but it had to grow on me. Because as you might see, I have one video comparing Bali to Da Nang. All right, so I'm comparing a whole island to Da Nang, which is a city. I get it, but I'm comparing two places that I live with the lifestyle, what it looks like every day, and I actually think I preferred I preferred Da Nang over living in Bali in the beginning, and then Bali started to grow on me, and I would meet friends. I started to have a community there, and I really loved it. I really enjoyed it, but there was always that part of me that was like, you felt better in Da Nang. Both me and Christina, all right? So this is not just me talking. This is me and Christina, my wife, which you saw in the video earlier, if you don't know. So we always had that part of us that we felt like we were missing Da Nang again. And one day we would love to go back. And the only reason why we couldn't go back was because the visa. All right, so when we first, as American citizens, when we first got to Vietnam the first time, we had a whole year visa, all right? And then after the pandemic, they shrunk that to 1 month at a time. So every month we had to pay to get a new visa, all right? And then they extended it to 3 months. So right now, the visa for Vietnam is 3 months. And we're hoping they will have a longer term visa for digital nomads or people who are running businesses online. We're hoping, they're talking about it. I'm just crossing my fingers they come up with that, because every 3 months now, the downside to this is that we have to leave here every 3 months. All right, we have to take a visa run every 3 months. But we looked at it as an opportunity now, because now we get to visit somewhere new every 3 months, because we talked about doing this when we first came here, but we never did it because we were so comfortable. We would literally sit here in Da Nang and be happy for 2.5 years. That's all we did. We only went somewhere if a friend invited us and we were like, okay, let's go. So the same thing for Bali. We actually lived there for a long time and we never went anywhere else. All right, so long story short, we always missed Da Nang. And so because we were getting a new visa earlier this year, 2024. No, we're in 2025. So earlier this year, like in March 2025, we traveled here for 2 months to Vietnam, all right, because we had to get a new visa for Bali. So we said, hey, let's go to Da Nang for 2 months and enjoy it there while we sort the visa things out. So we came here for 2 months, and the moment we landed here, it is hard to explain the freedom that we experienced, the mental space. And it's hard every time I have to explain it to one of my friends. It's always hard for me to explain, but I just feel so much better here. And in March also, a few friends from Bali came to visit here, and a few of them extended their trip to, like, instead of like 2 weeks, they extended it to 3 months. And they stayed here and they said they're coming back here, and one of them even said it's his new favorite city in the world. A lot of people are actually seeing what we've been trying to say. Like, I've been telling people how much I love Da Nang, and they might even like it a little more than Bali. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy. But when we got here, we landed here, and we started hearing our friends say the same thing. We said, okay, maybe we're not that crazy after all. It is a freaking amazing place. Like, everybody I know that lived here when I was here the first time, they really miss it. If they had to go home because of work or something, they are really missing it here, and they are telling me like they just wish they could find a way to make money online so that they can come back here to live again. So it's absolutely an amazing place. We love it. And so what happened while I was here in March, so I play a lot of board games, and one of my friends, who's like in one of my previous videos, we used to go surf together. She actually lives in a building here in the middle of the action in An Thong. Okay, if you don't know, An Thong is like the main expat area, and so a lot of people when they move here, this is the spot they come to directly. Okay, so prices are a bit higher, but even then, prices are actually pretty good here. I would say Bali is probably 50% more expensive than here in Da Nang, or Vietnam in general. Vietnam is actually very, very affordable. So if you're looking for a great first place to move to as a digital nomad or someone who's running a business online, Da Nang is definitely my #1 choice in the world. Over Medellin, over Bali, over Chiang Mai. It is #1 in my list, all right? For anyone, wherever you're coming from. So now, while we were here in March, my friend that I was telling you about, she lives in the building here, and I visited that building, and I was like, wow. But the location, for that price, I have not been able to find another 2-bedroom in this area for that price that we're getting it from. It's actually a very good price. Maybe I'll do a cost of living here in the future, and I'll give you the details on the housing stuff here. If you want to know, let me know in the comments, and I can shoot some more videos. So this is the first video in a long time on this channel, so this is your time to ask questions. So because I'll be very, very active for a little while now. So anything you want to know about Da Nang, go ahead and ask them in the comments. They might get answered in next week's video. So to get back to the story, I went and saw her place, and I said, whoa. Like, I actually I visited her place with Christina too, and I said, what do you think? And she was like, wow, that's actually pretty nice. And the problem was, for that price that we are willing to spend, we could only find a studio, a bit further up. Like if you go up north, you'll find a place, it's called Santra, but it's a bit more quiet, a bit more family oriented, and we prefer being in the middle of the action because we can literally go outside and not have to take the motorcycle, and we can literally walk anywhere to eat every day for breakfast, lunch, and not break the bank too. That's another thing. I just came from eating with my friend Bogdan, which you saw, he was waiting for me at home, and we ate for $1.2. We had a big bowl. Oh my god, and it was so delicious. I'm gonna take you guys there to show you more about Da Nang and more reasons why I love Da Nang. But again, to get back to the story, I keep getting distracted. When I visited that place, the apartment I thought was really nice for that price. All right, for a 2-bedroom, because we actually planned to sleep in 1 bedroom and turn the other one into an office. Because as you may know, our house in Bali, we had a really big house with a garage, 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. So I have an office, Christina has an office, and then we have the bedroom upstairs. So we had a really great space in Bali. So we wanted at least 2 bedrooms for us. We have always done 1 bedroom since we were here the first time. This time we said, okay, the more space we can get, the more we can work at home. If it's raining, for example, because it is rainy season, so we're not expecting the weather to be perfect every day. It'll probably be pouring tomorrow, which is why I decided to shoot this video today while it's still nice. So the moment I was there, I told my friend, hey, you tell the landlord that you already have the next tenant for this place. Whenever someone moves out, let me know first. Okay? I wasn't sure. We didn't have plans to leave Bali just yet. Our rent in Bali is supposed to end in April, so we were not planning to move anytime soon. But 2 months ago, she texts me like, hey Ralph, and then she sends me a screenshot from her landlord that someone left early. And the thing is, because that building, everybody loves it because it's such a great deal and the place is spacious enough. It's not more spacious than the house we had in Bali, but this is one of the cons. We're sacrificing a bit of space for everything else that we love. So this is probably the only con, to be honest, along with the visa length. But when she sent me the screenshot, it said, hey, there's a room that's going to be available. Someone actually has to go home earlier than expected, so 1 room has unexpectedly become available. And people don't move out of this building. They are literally paying for years in advance so they don't lose that opportunity to take that building. So I said, damn. So I saw the text and I was looking at it by myself in the house. And then I went to Christina's office and I showed her the text. I didn't say a word. I was just like, dang. We literally just came back from Da Nang, and now this apartment has become available. What do we do? And so I showed her the screenshot, and she looked at me like, and she smiled like, dang, like this is a great opportunity. What do we do? And the problem was, I said, okay. I told her, okay, if it's up to me, because Christina's a bit more conservative than I am, I will figure out how to make it work. She was thinking about the money we might be losing if we decide to take it, because we already paid for this house in Bali, all that stuff. I'm like, if it's up to me, I'm taking it and figuring the rest out. If we have to find somebody to rent it from us later, we can do that. But this is a once, we will never get this opportunity again. And she was like, okay, so what do you want to do? I said, if it's up to me, I'm taking it. She said, okay, let's take it. It's so amazing. First of all, having the same vision with your partner. I don't know if you can relate to that, but we actually want the same things in life in general. And when she said that, man, we both were like so excited. Like the vibe in the house was so different for like the last few months. So we actually said, okay, cool. So I went to the couch, laid down, you know, like a kid, took my phone, started texting my friend, okay, cool. So tell her we're taking the house. But we would like to ideally start the contract in March 2026, but she didn't want to do that. So we said, crap, okay, cool. So long story short, I said, nah, we're not losing it, so we'll take it. We'll figure out what to do later. So we actually paid for we've been paying for this apartment for the last 2 months. Nobody was living here. We just paid for it so we wouldn't lose the opportunity to have it when we went there. Because the other thing too is that if we don't take it, when we come here and have to find somewhere else, we're gonna pay double the amount that we're paying now for another 2-bedroom anywhere around here. So I said, okay, even if we wasted 6 months, we would still pay the same amount that we would pay if we actually came here and started paying double for the next 6 months. So we might as well just, even if we say forget it, we're gonna waste the next 6 months of rent just so we can reserve this place, it would be worth it. And meanwhile, I had started telling all my friends in Bali that, hey, if you know anyone who wants a house that I have, it's a great deal. It's like, what is it? Almost $3,000 a year for a 3-bedroom house with a garage and everything. Like, I probably had the best deal for a house in Bali at the time. All right. So I told all my friends, like, hey, there's a 3-bedroom house available anytime you want it. Ideally in March next year, when we want to actually move to Da Nang. And just a month ago, one of my friends that we play a lot of board games together, he messaged me and he said, you guys want to take a walk? Let's take a little walk. So my friend messaged me and he said, hey, by the way, are you still renting that house? Are you still looking for someone to take over your house? I said, yeah. And he said, okay, send me some pictures. I have a friend with me here that might be interested. So I said, okay, cool. So I sent him the pictures and he messaged me back, hey, so she's actually interested. Can I send her your number? Yeah, cool. And she messages me, hey, and she told me, hey, can I come see the house like right now? I said, oh, okay, cool. So I rushed home, showed her the place. She was like, hey, what's your account? I'm gonna transfer you the money now. And I was like, whoa, when do you want to move in? She said, like, I can move in next week. And imagine, we've been there for 4.5 years. No, is it 4.5? Yeah, almost 4.5 years in Bali. So we have like everything here. We have a whole house full of stuff. We haven't even sold the furniture, which we actually were the ones who actually bought all the furniture in the house. And so I said, okay, give me at least 30 days. Give me 1 month, November 1st. Cool, you can take it November 1st. And she said, okay, cool. She was so sad too. Like, she wanted to move in tomorrow. So I was like, damn, like things are actually moving. I don't know if you believe in manifestation, but around that time, business was going great. Everything that I wanted was coming true. Everything just felt like it was coming to me, you know? And so, yeah, so around the same time I had messaged a friend and I said, man, I don't know what to do. Like, do I go to Da Nang or stay here? And my friend was like, follow your heart. Everything you need will come to you if you follow your heart. And the moment I heard that, I was like, okay, that's it. We are going to Da Nang. And the moment that happened, I got the text from my friend. Business was actually doing much better. I don't know if you know much about what I do, but yeah, business was doing much better. Everything seemed to be aligning to make it happen. All right, it's crazy. So she said she will take the furniture in the house, so we didn't have to like get on, you know, WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups trying to sell the furniture. She will take everything in the house. We just need to take whatever we need and go. So it was great. Like, we found the right person, right time. And so yeah, so fast forward, we're here today. We literally just landed in Da Nang today, a few hours ago, and this is how we ended up here. This is how we ended up here. It's surreal. I always dreamt of being here. It's been almost 5 years now that I've been dreaming of being back here. Even when we came here in March, we were looking at each other like, man, we love it here so much. And if you actually want to know what we love about here so much, I do have a video comparing Bali to Da Nang you can check out on the channel, but I will do a new one in 2025 so you can understand more and I can show you more of our experience, because the last time I did it was 3 years ago. And so now I have new thoughts, new perspectives. Bali has changed, Da Nang has changed. There's a lot more people here now. A lot more people have found out about this place finally. And I actually like it because it feels alive. It feels alive. It was alive before, but it feels a lot more like a proper live city, if you know what I mean. Again, I'm lost I don't have the words to explain it, because I actually don't. I'm actually out of words to explain how good it feels here. So okay, before I actually tell you what's the plan next, how long we plan to be here, are we coming back to Bali anytime soon? Alright, so as I was watching the video, I realized I didn't actually get into the details of exactly what I actually liked about Da Nang. I realized I was just so excited and expressing my feelings.
I didn't really talk specifically about what exactly I like about this place. So I came back to the same spot. All right, it's daytime today. It's actually, there was supposed to be a storm last night, but today somehow there are 0 clouds and the weather is perfect. So I said, okay, let me come here and actually film this section, which I'm gonna add to the current video. So what exactly do I like about Da Nang? First, the beauty is beautiful here. Like just riding around, you get to see the beach, you get to see the mountain, you get the buildings here, you can cross the river and go to the city side. It's really nice. Like in the evening for sunset, you can either come here at the beach or you can actually go walk around next to the river. And the river walk in the evening is very nice, and they have different things, you know, like different shops, different activities. They have a night market there that you can go any day. They have the Dragon Bridge. It's just beautiful. Like when I'm here, I look around me, I'm in awe of the place, you know, which is not always the case. Some places you go, you have to go to a certain spot to see the beautiful things. No, everywhere I go here, I'm like, wow, like I'm really here. You know, it's really the best city in the world to me right now. So the beauty. Next, the city layout, the layout of the city. And this is probably my biggest thing about Bali. Like if I had to pick one thing that I would say that makes a big difference, it would be the layout of the city. Now Bali is an island. It wasn't built as a city, so I understand that. But when there are a lot of people, you definitely feel the difference. Like the traffic is crazy. And here you literally have, I think on this road, like 3 or 4 lanes for one direction, and then you have another 3 or 4 lanes, probably 3, to go in the other direction. So you have 6 lanes on the road here, and you don't feel the congestion. All right. So the city layout, the way there is the beach, the mountains, the river, and the city side, it's so well compartmentalized. I think that's the word. All right. It's easy to orient yourself. Like when you're somewhere, you know exactly where you are. All right. As opposed to when you're in an island, you could be in any different direction. Yeah. The way the city is laid out is really nice and convenient. It doesn't feel like a huge city. It's actually like from here to the beach, from the beach to the river, probably a 3-minute ride. All right. And I can cross the whole beach side, which is where most of the foreigners live. And I get to the city side, and the city side is much bigger, yes. But most of us foreigners actually live here on the beach side. All right. So the city layout, the activities, the water sports, the board games, and in one of the future videos, I'm gonna show you an evening in my life, and actually you'll see that I actually played board games and I played some sports next to the beach. The water sports, I'm not a surfer, but I learned how to surf here 5 years ago. So all the activities that you can do, including water here, like stand-up paddle. There's a beautiful lake that I went stand-up paddling in a few years ago. It's so beautiful, the things you can do here. So the activities, convenience and proximity, that's another one. In the next video you'll see, so subscribe if you want to see the next video. But in the next video you'll see I did so many things in one evening, and all of them were just 5 minutes apart. Like right now I took a walk here, so I walked here for like the last 30 minutes. I was walking around with my friend, just getting some sun. But to go from my home to the beach is about 5 to 8 minutes to go to the beach. All right, so it's very convenient. If I want to go to the supermarket, probably walk outside and go to the supermarket or a convenience store right around the corner, 24 hours a day, 1 minute walk. All right, if I want to go to the city, like I said, cross the bridge, 5 minutes, I'm there. Like yesterday, it was raining, there was a storm, and I wanted to go get some food across the bridge to the city, which is technically far. It took me like 8-9 minutes to cross the bridge, go to the city, buy some food. All right, so it's just so convenient. Like the closest waterfall is probably 30 minutes from you. You couldn't do this in many places. If you want to go to a waterfall, it's a long ride. Here, You have a scenic route, beautiful ride. It's probably one of the best places to ride a bike cross country, because the route here across the beach, like on the coast, is some of the most beautiful scenes, and it's one of the most popular things about Vietnam in general, which is people rent a bike down south and they take a ride all the way up north. All right, so next thing, Grab. Okay, so in Bali we have Gojek and Grab. Here there's Grab. I don't know if there's another one, but yeah, most people use Grab for ordering food or ordering a bike or a car, anything you need. So the speed of the bike of the Grab. Back in Bali, all right. On a regular day, if I order something, the wait time is gonna be at least 30 minutes. Okay. For most of the things that I actually feel like eating or want to eat, and if it's raining or if it's traffic, easily I can wait 45 to an hour. So when you're ordering food, a lot of times you're sitting there kind of grumpy because you're hungry and you're waiting for the food and you're just checking your phone every 5 minutes and it's not there yet. Here, the other day I ordered food way across in the city and it said it was gonna get here in 12 minutes. By the time I looked up, it was on the way and almost here. I was like, whoa. Like, I put the phone down, I didn't even check it once. By the time I picked up the phone to check on the food, it was almost here. And I was like, whoa. So I went downstairs and grabbed it. So the convenience, like I can literally order and get the food within 10 minutes, which is crazy. So it's the little things, like a lot of things that will seem like no big deal. When you experience it, you feel the difference. All right. So, okay, mega market. So back home in the West, coming from Miami, we have Walmart, almost in every corner. So you can always go somewhere that has a store that has every single thing, from bed sheets to Christmas trees to whatever, groceries. I don't think we have one place like this in Bali. So that's one thing that we did miss sometimes. We have something called Mega Market here. So you can go and buy anything you need for your house. Or if you're going camping, I'm pretty sure you can find some sleeping bags, anything you need. There are some really big stores here. I think Big C is one of them, and Mega Market is another. And there's probably another one that I don't remember, but you can find a Mega Market literally here, which is like another 10 minutes from my house. So, next, delicious, healthy food. I might have talked about that before, but the food you can get here is delicious and healthy and cheap. Usually cheap food means unhealthy, but here cheap food actually means healthier. Okay, so when I actually want to eat healthy, I buy the local food because there's a lot of broth, a lot of soups, and they're delicious. One of my favorite soups here is called bun kan. It's like a... Okay, I'm going to take you there in a future video to show you what it looks like. But yesterday I ordered 3 of them. Actually, that place that I told you that I went across the city to get food for, to prep for the storm, that's it. I got some bun kan. It's called bun kan, BANHCANHNGA. All right, the Vietnamese. I don't know. I don't want to say how to pronounce the NGA, but yeah. So. Delicious, healthy food, clean water, and when I mean like cheap, I'm talking about $1. Like 20k Vietnamese dong is like $1.2 US, and you can get a good, delicious meal for about that price. So, and okay, don't get me wrong, you can get your normal Western food like pizza, burger for like 100k, but you can also get very delicious food for 20k. Vietnamese dong. All right, so next one, clean water. I don't know if I said this before, but clean water, if you live or been to Bali, clean water is not a thing. Like, you'll see all the blonde girls talking and showing their pictures where their hair turning green when they get in the pool in Bali, or when you finish washing your dishes, the dishes, you kind of have to wipe them because the water itself is not clean unless you spend some money and install a big filtration system in your place. The water itself is not great. Like, if you finish washing some clean dishes, you will see spots of dirt on them because the water itself, I think it comes from the well. I'm not sure how the water thing works there, but here, when I can take a shower, and I felt so good taking a shower. All right, like I felt I didn't have to worry about brushing my teeth with, with drinking water. I actually could use the sink water to brush my teeth and feel good about it. Whether it's actually clean or not, but it feels clean, it looks clean. All right, the water in Bali, you could put it in a glass, look and see things floating around, which doesn't make you feel the best. All right, so prices, I don't know if I said it before, but prices are at least 30% cheaper here than in Bali. So when we first actually left here, and I have a video showing our expression, how shocked we were. We came here, and for Christina and I, we would spend probably like $400 a month on food. And when we got to Bali, we didn't really track our expenses. We ate the same way we did here. We would eat out a lot, eat sometimes at home. And when we did the math, we spent $921 on food that first month in Bali. And we were shocked. Then for the first time in my life, we actually had to create a budget. All right? Because here, we go out, we eat, we never looked at the prices. We left, and all of a sudden we had to watch how we were spending our money. But now it feels good again. I don't think we'll have to really worry about what we're eating, how we're eating, where we're eating. We're probably gonna be within our budget without looking at prices. So those are the main things that I actually, wrote down that I actually really love about here. And if I think of some more, I will do more videos about Da Nang. So while I'm here, I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos about the lifestyle here, my lifestyle, building a business while living here in this place. I'm more inspired than ever. I did not shoot a video for the last few years, and the moment I came here, I already shot like 2 videos, so I'm much more inspired. I feel much more creative being here. Oh, and while I'm on the topic of building my business here, I wanted to actually offer you guys something nice, just because to celebrate my coming back to YouTube party. All right, I wanted to do something nice for you guys. So if you are a coach or a consultant and you've been posting content online trying to get clients, but you're struggling converting those views to clients, or you're posting but you're not getting any traction, I am going to do something nice for you guys. I will offer to work with 5 of you guys. I will offer you a 30-minute consultation coaching call. I will give you a free channel audit or business audit where I will analyze your YouTube channel, your funnel, and your offer, and basically identify the bottleneck in your business and give you tips and clear action steps on what you need to do next to actually start converting your views to clients, or if you're not getting any views, what content to create to attract and get more views. So I hope you will see a link in the description under this video. So you'll apply and submit your information and your channel, and I will take a look and I will pick 5 lucky winners. So hopefully that's you, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, so I'm gonna sign off for today, and I'll go back to the video that I recorded the other night. So I'll see you later. Now, let's talk about when are we planning to go back to Bali? Are we planning to go back to Bali? Right now, we are planning to go back to Bali to visit. Probably next early 2026, potentially, I don't know. But we definitely feel like this is the new home. So we have no plans of leaving Da Nang anytime soon, to be honest. We actually love it here. We're happy to be back home, we always say. All right, so we are where we actually feel good, and we will be here for the foreseeable future. All right, so we are back. We're very, very excited, and I hope we'll be able to show you more of this, what it's like. And back in the days, when I first started this YouTube channel, I was just teaching English online at the time, and then now I'm actually building a business. So I'm actually excited to share this journey with you, what it's gonna be like building a business, building a coaching business here in Da Nang. All right, so I'm excited to show you the behind the scenes of what that looks like, my day-to-day lifestyle, whatever you want to know about me and my lifestyle, ask me in the comments and I will answer it. And as you know, I always say it at the end of my videos, and hopefully it really registers with you when I mean go out there and create a life worth living, because this is exactly what I have done here. I am living a life that I'm really excited to wake up to every day. I have the freedom to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, and you don't need millions to do it. Like literally this lifestyle, and I'm gonna have a cost of living video, will not break the bank. Most of you guys watching this video will be able to come here and do exactly what I'm doing here. All right, so if you have any questions about the process, ask me in the comments below, and I will most likely shoot a video answering that question in the future. So again, go out and create a life worth living, guys. Talk to you in the next video.